All right, we'll go.
Live.
The liveness.
Sup? How you doing?
I'm good. Ribs are hurting a little bit, but I'm healing. I feel nice.
Yeah.
Just sort of, that reoccurring rib injury that's been, reminding me that it exists, been in existence for many decades.
It's jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu doesn't help the process with that.
I still maintain that it does.
Yeah. Can reset it.
I thoroughly think that was scar tissued in a weird spot and holding me back. And jiu-jitsu allowed me to balance myself out a little bit more and rip that shit out, put it where it should be.
Right.
But in which case, I'm now kind of stuck in that world. But
and then just do it again. Rip it out. Good to go.
That's what I've been doing. Feeling better.
Yeah, we're recording on Wednesday today.
Yeah, Arnold week.
Yeah, we're leading up to the Arnold, but there's all sorts of weirdness going on at the Arnold.
Yeah, so as far as I know, I was going there for the Arnold Education stuff's back.
Mm-hmm.
What used to be called the Strength Summit, which is back after all these years. So I was like, screw it, I'm going. Because the Combat Sports Clinic didn't happen this year, which is the only clinic education thing I've ever done that every 100% of it was useful to me. Mm-hmm. But they didn't do that this year, so I get to do that. So I'm back at the Arnold, which conveniently I was there. And as far as the guys organizing it, which are the same dudes that did the Strength Summit before, they were like, yeah, we're coming. So I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
The shitty part is I think he comes with a spectator ticket, which means I can't get in on this stuff because if all the events are still happening, but with no spectators, they're not gonna let my ass in.
Right.
So if there is still like vendors and shit, the ultra deals will not be mine unless I can somehow convince somebody I'm grappling or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's it.
So I might be like, hey, let me borrow your pass. Can I put a gi on real quick?
Yeah, the way they're like starting to like ban stuff at the moment, they're like, all right, no spectators here, no competitors here, like no vendors. It's like gonna just fall apart. I feel like you're like,
well,
I mean, just massively. Like,
I think what they're really trying to do is say, all right, we're prioritize. A lot of people are coming to compete. Some of these competitions are very meaningful, especially the bodybuilding, the strongman's one. Make people a lot of money. They're meaningful wins.
Yeah, or if not the most meaningful. Strongman is.
That's some big shit. So they're like, all right, we'll keep that, but let's not have a bunch of damn people in here getting free shit.
Right.
So maybe that's what happens.
Yeah.
So it's either going to be like a quiet day filled with deals and good competition, or it's going to be a fucking riot. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Black Friday times 10, but like with a bunch of bodybuilders instead. It's going to be insane. Like,
yeah. So hopefully it's like you can find a parking space and there's not a lot of people there and it's just the cool people and like that might be neat.
That might be cool.
That would be
just
that'd be like
bare bones Arnold. Like.
That would be my if I can get in and watch some of the competition or get in and there's still vendors and very few of the vendors sell shit I'm interested in anymore because all the MMA stuff's gone.
Yeah.
But if I could get in and you're supposed to climb over half off or something, I don't know, that'd be golden. But the education chunk of it is cool. It looks like it did it in the old days. It's random as fuck, but every bit of it's cool. And some of it's stuff you didn't even think about, and some of it's stuff like there's this one dude that would come every year, and he did just body fat research, primarily on measuring body fat. And every year he'd come and basically give the same lecture with a few updates. We've discovered the accuracy in this and the consistency in that.
That's cool.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's just good info.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And he's back, and he's doing the same thing.
See?
So but then there's all kinds of other random stuff.
There's other red tape to get through this time.
And there's a rock tape. Rock tape, like the physio tape. They're doing like a clinic.
Oh, cool.
Oh, which I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
And I've even got an injury that they can be like, tape this. Yeah, so perfect.
But there's just a lot of. Just because I know people organizing things, and there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
Yeah, no one quite knows what's happening.
Yeah, it's very still volleying up in the air because it's very much so just changing by the hour still.
Well, yeah, I mean the virus is real, man.
Yeah.
And if you can do something to prevent a bunch more people from getting sick, hey,
do it.
100% cool. I'm fine with it, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Aside from competing in the Arnold, I don't really like to go that much.
I hate it. There's too many people.
I'm not into it. I'll scurry into where I'm competing and then I'll scurry out. I don't really.
Yeah, like
dilly dally collecting stuff. It smells weird and people are weird. Like there's a lot.
I mean, in years when there were booths that I would go to, those booths were in the same place every year. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm going here, I'm going here, going back upstairs.
Yeah.
But like that doesn't even exist anymore. All those booths are gone. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, I'm just going there for the education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool because like maybe it'll highlight that section a little more and like allow it to like flourish later on.
To breathe, man. Not to know everyone to know that it's back because it's been gone for a lot of years.
Yeah. Again, because like I didn't really know aside from competing. Like, I know where to go for my competition, and then I leave. Like I don't really like. I didn't really know that that's a thing. Like
there's
that's
a lot
available.
to explore around there.
Yeah. And I know there's so many things. That's why I'm like overwhelmed. I'm like fuck it, none of them.
Fuck it, I'm just here for what I'm here for. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm here for jiu-jitsu. Bye.
In past years, when I had time, I would wander around, especially when there was a bunch of MMA stuff there for a few years in a row. Mm-hmm. So I'd go to the UFC booth and meet fighters, and I'd go to all the vendors and buy shit.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember getting like trying on shin guards and rash guards and gis and everything. That's what I loved about it. Like then you could, because if you're in any kind of martial art, that's the shitty part is gear. You can't try it on first.
Yeah, especially
it's not consistent. It's not, like,
and this is prior to like online customer service.
This is prior to really online stuff. So the Arnold having that stuff was huge for me, and that was initially why I went. And then I found out about the Strength Summit, and then I started going to do that. And I had booths that I was friends with, and people would recognize me. Uriah Faber knows who I am.
Yeah.
The guys that ran Title MMA were my friends.
I remember like back when like the martial arts part was out on the main floor or whatever, like Forrest Griffin was watching jiu-jitsu matches. Like
I used to run into Shogun Hua in his bubble coat, freezing to death. Many, like 2 or 3 years in a row, and Shogun would just be standing there.
That's the funniest thing. Is like they fly these poor Brazilians out and stuff them in a coat and stuff them in a corner. Like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah, he's just there watching jiu-jitsu, and like he would recognize me after the second year. I'm like, "What's up, Shogun?" He's like,
"Dude,
hey," he could thumbs up and be cold, like. Yeah. But I've always said that the Arnold should be 2-3 weeks later than it is.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was in April, how much better the weather would be.
First weekend of April, the weather would be maybe phenomenal or rainy at least. Like,
but at least it's warmer. Half the time it's snowing right now.
It's snowy mayhem, and that alone can fuck with athletes coming in and
maybe
stuff. So.
Maybe this will reset it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a little like minor catastrophe to kind of just reset some stuff and make it clear out,
Make it think,
make it back, get back to the good stuff.
Give you a reason. Yeah. So today's coffee.
Yeah.
Some Korean instant love that I found.
Where'd you find it?
It's SAGARA. I was getting dumplings, and then I went to get my daughter a little marble melon drink thing that she likes. And
I've seen this.
They have in every section of the world they have a coffee bit,
right.
But there is a coffee aisle that has all different kinds of weird shit.
Yeah.
And they have a huge selection of Maxim stuff,
which is our beloved instant
brand. Our most beloved instant brand, and it is Korean, and and they had these two. I saw a box I'd never seen. I was like, what the hell is that? No, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
So I grabbed them. And
this is the dark or medium?
This is the dark. I believe. Yeah. And if it's the medium, and then I think it's the dark.
It's great to me.
It's pretty good, but it is straight up coffee.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not,
not something we've had from Maxim before. Like normally it's some sort of mix.
Maybe it's just that. Like it's just like straight.
This is just straight coffee. Yeah.
Which I'm cool with.
But once again, as far as instant coffees go, this is all right, man.
Phenomenal, in my opinion. Yeah.
And it's mini too, so it's like
Yeah.
Like a cup, maybe even half a cup. We might have put too much water in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's just a little tiny bit.
I'm weird about carrying shit in my pockets. Like I could carry a packet of that in my pocket and still be cool, you know?
Mm-hmm, definitely. Yeah, I'm considering taking some of the Arnold.
There you go.
Having in my Indiana Jones bag I'm going to bring.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, because I'm going to have to probably go down and coach as long as jiu-jitsu stuff's still kicking and stuff. So like,
how is it still going? I saw an update from the jiu-jitsu comp that said, so no spectators, all kids are allowed to have two parents / chaperones with them.
Okay.
And it's like just competitors. Mm-hmm. And that was as of, I think, yesterday.
Yeah. So no coaches?
No, coaches,
coaches
too. Yeah.
Okay, I was like...
So coaches, competitors, kids get to have their
Just
parents
essentials.
with them. Yeah,
it's all
bare
essential.
essentials. Yeah.
One table worker, one ref per 3 mats.
Well, I mean, that's pretty normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be it. That's the funny thing in the back of my head. I was like, everything's fucked up. It'll be a normal jiu-jitsu tournament.
Normal tournament, man.
Like, that's just meh, whatever.
And the funny part is at least the jiu-jitsu tournament side of the Arnold especially has always been really good.
Uh-huh.
That's the best tournament there.
Yeah, well, no, not without spectators, but...
Yeah, I mean, but mine is split spectators. Like, it's too many people regardless. But as far as how the tournament's run, it was always the best run tournament. You know, and I talk to people from other sports and stuff, they don't believe me. And I know. Seriously, it's as close to on time as you're going to get in that environment. And it's 10 to 100 times better than every other tournament going on.
1,000%. Because, and I can speak from experience, because, like, I've coordinated events there before, and, like... We were fucking running around with our, you know, like chickens with their heads cut off, you know?
Yeah,
like,
it's not easy, man.
It's not easy at all, like, and that's just a, you know, testament to the grappling industry's people. Obviously, they're like, I think they're some of the best.
They're
good.
Game.
Like, in terms of customer service, like, just what the integrity of the art.
But even when it was, what was it? Because it was it grappling? It was Naga. It was Naga for a long time. It was ADCC for a year. All those were good as well.
Naga was there because it was like very available. They would just be like, "I'm in your city. I'm in your city." I just go everywhere, which is cool.
Those will run really well too. But it's like, so in general, the jiu-jitsu tournament portion of it, like, seems to just be better.
Yeah. Well, there you go back a little bit further, like early 2000s and stuff, like when Elson was running it, like prior to that.
I remember that,
like that was when it was really kind of started to turn into something cool, and then like take a few years off or some shit. And then it kind of resurged.
Oh, because I busted in on the Naga because I had friends that were there during that time.
The Naga was good, and then what was it? Oh, Naga was good, and then there was just all sorts of people. The people I was under at the time took over the Arnold, and it was just mayhem. Like, it was just
that seems the status quo for
it was. And this was like people. During the, in my opinion, what, like, you could consider like the dark ages of Columbus Jiu-Jitsu, like when like just gyms hated each other, everyone it was so weird, like, and this was just like a strange tournament, like, and just the lack of organization contributed to that even more. So she was hilarious. And then that was a year, like, it's just, sheer mayhem. Like, I saw a kid, like, get thrown and just smash his arm in, like, 4 places. It's all, like, accordioned up, and fucking, he didn't break fall and just posted and just exploded his limbs. And, like, people that I trained with, like, I've told that story to 1,000 times. I'm like, you gotta do this because this happens. Yeah. He's like, no, I've fucking seen that. And people were, like, passing out and vomiting in the crowd because this fucker's arm was, like... The limb in Scary Movie 2, you know, like,
damn, dude,
it was bad.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it's just since, like, it's just an interesting timeline from early 2000s tournaments to now. Like,
things have changed.
The golden age again.
I mean,
like, it
is like tournaments have. I don't know about Taekwondo tournaments these days. As far as I know, they've all dropped off. I don't know, but like in the 90s. In early 2000s, Taekwondo was at its peak. You could compete every weekend in Ohio.
Right. Everyone's doing a thing.
And connected states, let alone just Ohio. You could go everywhere. And there were lots of great tournaments. There were a handful of crap ones. Like, States was always horrible. Like, I remember one year at States, I got there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I fought at 11:30 at night.
Damn.
It was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, States, like... kind of always sucked. It was weird. But then you had all kinds of locals that were great. I helped run a few over those years that were really good. One real big international tournament that only lasted a couple of years, but it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I got cheated in the quarterfinals at my own tournament once.
Naturally.
Pissed.
You're running the tournament. You can't win it. I mean, it's not allowed. So someone's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, I got held, and the ref was like, didn't see it spontaneously. I knew everybody, and I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. Yeah, and I remember yelling at the dude, like, we're friends, you cheating son of a bitch.
And then, like, later on, he's probably like, yeah, I fucking held you.
Oh, yeah, no, he admitted to it right away. Like, I was whooping his ass. And he got, like, up on me by 1 point. I was going to knock his teeth out just because, I mean, we're friends, but it's what you do. It's what you signed up for, bud. And, yeah, so that was funny. But, yeah, tournaments are weird, man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Super weird. And
it's definitely a culture, part of the culture, though. I mean,
yeah. Jiu-jitsu competition, I think, is one of the best type of competitions to go around and be around. You know, we talk a lot about like sports environment, sports.
As a sport environment, it has made the effort to change into something friendly.
Yeah.
And welcoming and exchange of information.
Because everything is so forward. It's like, we're fighting, we're doing this.
Yeah,
you know?
but they put it out there as, I like they got to kind of be the recipient of other people's work in that respect. And they kind of picked up on, that's good, that's not so good. Let's and people can duke it out and then go to each other's seminars later and be 100% cool.
Right.
You know? Like that one year that Vitor beat Clark Gracie. Mm-hmm. I thought it was slick. So I was like, Vitor, how you mess up Clark Gracie's hair? He thought that was funny. He's like, I did. It was horrible. Yeah. But then he went to like Clark Gracie had a seminar and he went to it.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey man, cool.
It's not like even like an MMA, you still see it just because like someone knocked you the fuck out. Like you probably have some bad blood, you know. Yeah. Some people have bad blood, and some people are like.
It's whatever. A lot less of that.
Yeah.
Or like when
think about like I just think of like Chuck and Tito, like you know Knox. They just hated each other.
They just hate each other. So, and then Randy's sitting there smiling. Like, I beat both your asses.
I beat both of you.
Yes. When I was 40 and not in to be killed.
Yeah.
Yes. But
that's why he's the best.
That's why we love Randy. And if Randy's there, get knocked out for me, bro. Yeah. But no, like when Damian Maia fought Neil Magny, it stomped him. Mm-hmm. Just tied him up and choked him out. Like a week later, there's a picture of them. Neil Magny's at Damian Maia's seminar, like, show me how you killed me. Yeah. And he's like, sure.
Right. There's a matchup. I'm pretty sure Damian Maia's fighting Durinho coming up. Gilbert Burns.
Oh.
I think.
That'd be interesting.
In the UFC, so like, Durinho.
It's a shame that's in the UFC.
I know. I want to see ADCC, like, you know, killer, and then sort of more modernish, and then Damian Maia's, you know, Damian Maia's
freaking Damian
OG. So like that, I think Durinho might be the more like modern grappler, but like Maia's at a whole other MMA level, a whole other grappling level. Yeah, he's just on this whole other intuition, like wavelength. So it's not like I think that'd be really cool to see. And like Ryan Hall got a matchup. I just like to see a lot of.
Someone actually wanted to fight Ryan Hall. I was so excited about that. I can't remember who it is now.
Someone just showed me the picture of it.
Yeah, I think it's like
grappler though.
Yeah, but I was like, I hope that's real.
Yeah,
because I hate that everyone's afraid of Ryan Hall.
Well, yeah, like his striking's creative too. Like
because he can be.
Yeah, because everyone is like, fucking
I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. I'm going to do 80s movie shit on you, and it's going to work because
you don't want to grapple.
You're so afraid to fall down.
Like that's the thing. He has the luxury of being able to do like a spinning kick and fall on his butt and then just stay there.
Go ahead. Oh no, you took my back. Okay.
You can do whatever. Yeah. But and like the way he's been winning too, like fucking slicers and like cool back kicks and just cool things,
and just the most patient striking ever. Mm-hmm. It's like even his combos are like real methodic.
Yeah,
just like 1, 2, 3, and everyone like everything hits with power because they're like, don't grab me, don't touch me. Oh.
Someone who's like. I like to see grapplers who aren't necessarily like, oh, he's a good striker too. Like, not to say he's a bad striker at all, but like, he's unconventional. He's not. He has his basic straights and like some loopy kind of different things, and like he took throw some different things out there.
He took the weirdest part of karate, and just like I'll use that weird shit.
Yeah, because he's on a weird wavelength with jiu-jitsu. He's like, oh, fine, I'll take a weird wavelength with striking too, and it's working out for him.
Yeah, it's super cool.
You know, but now like I'm hoping it'll be a good fight, and like that he doesn't. I mean, at a certain point, he's going to have people fight him. Like, people are going to have to fucking fight him. Like, you know, there's going to be enough money on the line that you're like, I can't turn that. I don't really know, whatever. So
I miss the days where, like, fighter choice is a good thing. But I also kind of miss when there really wasn't, like, everyone fights fucking everybody. This is where you're at in line.
Yeah, well, it was just kind of like, this is where you want to get ahead, and this is how you got to get through. And that's it. Now it's a little more political and showcasey and stuff like that.
The nuance needs to be there. Fighters need to have more rights and more choices. But the pecking order needs to fucking mean something. Mm-hmm. When you're the champion, you shouldn't get to choose. Mm-hmm. If you're the champion, you fight whoever's next. I miss those days.
The toughest person who's there.
Who's next in line, go.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's maybe starting to come back. But a lot of that is champions choosing hard-ass fights. Like Israel Adesanya is fighting, wants to fight Yoel Romero.
That's because
He's on a controversial 3-fight losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
2 of those fights were split decisions and very controversial. But Adesanya's like, I think he's the scariest dude in the division. Let's fight him. And freaking Zhang Weili is fighting Joanna Champion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing.
A gangster ass.
That's a good matchup too. Those are both good matchups. Like, they all used to be this like gangster ass matchups.
And so now it's
kind of like
I like to see it coming back. Yeah.
Now it's almost like not quite groomed, but like you're used to.
It is more groomed. Yeah, I guess that's.
And you're just kind of like, you're the best fight. Like, I want to see that shit again.
But like some hard ass motherfuckers like going at it again, like is cool.
Yeah, like. And it's just an example of it, but like McGregor era, like kind of got people into like I'll pick and choose and do this and say no to this and like kind of like play a little more like that.
Like I like it and I don't like it.
Yeah, like
I like it because
it's like fighter choice, but at the same time it's like
fighters' rights.
Yeah.
In general, of McGregor still makes a very good point of that. Mm-hmm. He brought everyone along with him.
Mm-hmm. That's true, absolutely.
And so, like, he needed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it
was just him. It was just
him. But he exposed a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and so now it's sort of starting to simmer back down, but things are a little better.
Yeah, it's just you have your few copycats. They're like, oh, I'm the second fucking McGregor. Yeah,
stuff but now, stupid. But I'm talking about just like fighters' rights, people getting paid,
things actually functioning and like money happening properly.
Because ideally, you need like a national governing body. The UFC needs to run like Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go to baseball in one city and then go to another state in another city, and the rules are different.
Yeah.
Like that shit's stupid.
That's weird.
But there's also a union. And like in the NFL, the players are guaranteed 50% of the league's money.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to happen too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I think like PFL and like
PFL is really trying to do that.
They're really trying to kick into that. So like,
that's they're really trying to do that. I like that playoff system actually. I never thought I would enjoy it, but it's pretty cool.
It's dope. And then like not a long time ago, like Bellator had like some of the first like tournament stuff. They came back to the tournament style, sort of like or Grand Prix style.
Yeah, Coker turned it into a Grand Prix, which I like the Grand Prix style because the tournament every season people are killing themselves to make that weight. Yeah, it's like those turnarounds like that.
Then you saw a lot of people like bump up though for those too, like
which is ideally what you should do.
Yeah,
if they would bring in weight divisions every 10 pounds.
Yeah,
and then do the hydration testing stuff that one does.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone bumps up.
Yeah.
If you have a weight division every 10 pounds, everybody bumps up. You eliminate all this shit. All this fear of, oh, but the bigger guy is going to win. No, but I have to be there.
Yeah.
Just have more weight. And, you know, especially with the UFC, they want to have pay-per-views every month or twice a month. They want a championship on every one of them.
Yeah.
Well, if you had a weight division every 10 pounds, then your problem solved.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have less.
And then you got less people pulling out from stupid shit. And a lot more opportunities.
And that's, you know, I mean, it's almost like, again, just mushing all the good things from other combat sports, like hydration testing from wrestling and this and that. And then, like.
But that's like when, with what, grappling industries, like running jiu-jitsu tournaments, I feel like they've kind of done that.
Mm-hmm.
Started to pull.
Yeah.
Good. That was good.
Well, they'll change things on the fly. They'll be like, this isn't working, we'll do this. It's not just like, it's our way or the highway, get the fuck out if you don't like it. Like, that's how, you know.
They're real open to kind of refining it.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool. And they're on such a huge scale that they're running the tournament somewhere. And I think Fuji's been trying to do that
Fuji's been scaling up too a lot.
Fuji's got a lot of just, like in Ohio tournament.
Yep, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, and like just kind of this section.
I like their rule set. I like their weight divisions. Like, they're kind of on that same model.
Yeah, I did a super fight for them last year. It was fun.
I remember that.
Yep. Great tournaments. Like, I'd say Fuji Grappling Industries are definitely like top tier. You know,
your top tier sort of
right now. That are like really available. Like, IBJJF is a little more expensive, and like it's.
I don't think it's as available, man.
It's not as available because it's.
I'm just talking about stuff that's popping up in my area.
Yeah, you want matches, you want experience, you want this, you go and do those things. Like
and then I think on the pro end, there's a lot of cool shit in grappling right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
between Polaris and Fight to Win.
There's sub-stars, like there's so many things.
Or Submission Underground. Pretty much everything that's on Fight Pass. That's all cool shit.
Yeah. I wish, like the Submission Underground stuff like that. Like, I want to see more like hybrid cards with like grappling, Muay Thai, MMA, like not just full MMA. Like,
Submission Underground is doing the tag team matches.
Yeah, I see
those are
too.
great. Those are fun.
And that's the thing. Like, so many different like factions of grappling can exist and like be enjoyable. Like tag team and like
that's something that grappling in general has done.
Yeah.
It's Taekwondo there used to be a tournament down in North Carolina that had tag team matches.
That's tight.
Fun as hell. That was awesome.
I bet.
Especially when you ended up being the little guy. Like, oh fuck.
Man.
I'm not tagging out, I'm going. Like, those were fun. And like Taekwondo almost did it, but it could never catch on because of the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like it could never have a pro circuit. Like if Pro TKD came back, as it was in 1997, I would come out of retirement right now.
Yeah, you're like, this is
right
it.
now, I'm going to fight this weekend at whatever weight I'm at. I don't even care. That was my favorite rule set, my favorite version.
Like, this is it.
Like, we were so close to being what grappling is now 20-some years ago.
Yeah.
This, like, so close. And I'm glad that those ideas didn't die. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that someone picked them up and athletes got to benefit from them.
Yeah.
Because I never got to benefit from them.
Right.
I wanted to, but like
you just see it.
Never got to happen. So I'm glad it's happening.
Yeah.
In a different form.
Yeah, grappling I think is a good vehicle for that to happen too. Like striking is just very obviously entertaining.
Yeah.
Finding different ways to make grappling entertaining and like finding different ways, rule sets, whatever, and nuances to make it spectator friendly.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah.
So
it's neat.
Yeah, I mean, it leads to more creativity, though, because it's a challenge.
Well, like, you have, like, there's, like, I think it's Substars, or, like, they have Anthony Johnson and Curtis Blades doing a sumo fight. Like,
that's awesome.
You know what I mean? Like,
be as fat as possible.
Yeah, like, just have two huge dudes just getting ready to smush each other in
that's
diapers.
Scary.
So that'd be dope.
Anthony Johnson's a big dude.
He's
you ever met him?
No, I've not.
I met him once at a, I can't remember if it was WC or Strikeforce when I went to. Because I went to like all those back in the day, and I didn't go to the UFC ones; they're too expensive. Mm-hmm. But every other one I went to, like live, and I stood next to him. He was all fat, and he's huge. He's tall, and he was giant. It was back when he was still a welterweight.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What happened, dude?"
But
he's like,
still get up to
he was like
200 plus.
Oh no, he was definitely 220 when I met him.
He was heavy.
I'm like, "What happened, dude?" He goes, "I hurt my knee. I can't train." I'm like, "That's all you heard?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'll be back." I'm like, "Dang." Like, because he was always Skeletor face at 170, and like I was like, holy shit.
And then you see him at heavyweight, and you're like, oh my god!
Yeah, he looks normal. Oh my god, he's so scary.
But he's been doing sumo, or like has had other matches. Because I just watched a match of him like against like
awesome.
a legit dude. Like,
get Machida in on that, because Machida's been doing sumo since he was a teenager.
Yeah, that's a dope.
He uses sumo takedowns.
Yeah, he sweeps and like sweeps the hips and knees and stuff the same way.
I'll have to show you the Sumo for MMA book I have.
That's dope.
That I read as a bedtime book to my daughter. Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was great. We learned a lot from that book. It's very cool.
But yeah, just like, like seeing people like that cross over and do weird shit. Like, and just like still be in the realm, but like...
it's cool that they can do that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's fucking fun.
It opens up.
Just like good exposure for them, whatever. Like,
yeah, it keeps the wheels turning, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Anthony Johnson's huge, but then like he went against like a 500-pound Japanese guy, and he got picked up and walked right out of the ring. So like,
you're like, well,
there's always a bigger fish.
I'm not big. Oh,
yeah, he would literally shit stomp any one of us, but put him against a 400-pound guy. Different story.
Gotta eat some more barrels of rice, bro.
Right?
Yeah, damn.
But his weight fluctuations just were legendary in their own right.
Absolutely scary, yeah.
He had he collapsed a couple times or once or something, like he went down.
When he fought Vitor Belfort?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was, he pretty much died.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
That was, I remember seeing behind the scenes, like, because number one, I was pissed at Anthony Johnson for that one, because he was all, like, almost proud of it. Like, they made me stop, you can't believe it. And, like, the way he handled it was really off.
Yeah.
But I mean,
brain wasn't working right.
His brain wasn't working right at the time. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was offended by how he acted, and I thought he was half dead. He had no idea what the hell he was saying.
Uh-huh.
But then, they actually have video. If you can look this up, it's great. When TRT Vitor Belfort was secret TRT tour at the time.
Yeah,
we didn't know he was TRT tour yet, but he was, and he's there cutting weight, and Dana White goes in to tell him like all like, fuck, I gotta tell Belfort that like if he wants to take the fight. Vitor Belfort's standing there and he's cutting weights, not eating. He has a towel that's wrapped around a bag of ice cubes, just holding this thing. And he starts listening to. He goes. And he starts chewing on the ice, chewing on the ice through the towel like it's a sandwich.
Oh my god!
Just like lion eating some shit. And he goes, "I'll fight him." And Dana White's face was, so like he's like, "That's the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life."
Okay,
but it was like I've never like someone chewed on a bag of ice through a towel, and it was the scariest shit you've ever seen. Like full on TRT tour.
That's
like,
who he was then.
It was nuts.
TRT tour was insane.
TRT
original
back.
V tour. TRT tour.
TRT tour's back, dude.
Is he?
Oh, he's back on the sauce. Oh yeah.
Gotta get some of that sauce, you know.
That's legal sauce.
Yeah.
And he has a medical need for it.
Yeah.
He really does. His hormones do not work right. We don't know why.
But what else you been doing?
I'm not going to insinuate, but he did get popped for. He popped for PEDs before they were called PEDs back in the dark ages, back in the day, during the tournaments, in UFC.
That was prior to like.
Yeah.
Prior.
That's why he fought over in Japan and shit after that.
Yeah.
But
Japan, they were like
no one
leaving
cares.
shit out of contracts, like juice up monsters, like let's go.
Yeah, weigh-ins are private. Everyone made
like we like Godzilla.
Yeah.
Kaiju action, go.
Pretty much, yeah. So, but yes, I mean, hey, 10, 20 years from now, I'm not going to say I wouldn't do that shit.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm the same age as, I think I'm the same age as TRT Tour, actually. I think he might be a couple years older than me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, never been on the sauce, so I don't know.
I feel like the longer you hold off, the better it'll be later on. No, maybe. Or is it like I don't know.
I'm absolutely fine right now, dude.
I feel good. So
I'm about to have an 8-pack, actually.
Yeah, you're like, what's up?
Like, I got more stomach muscles coming in as we speak. It's kind of freaky.
It's better that way. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people have some weird side effects from some of it too. So,
weird side effects and taking it if you don't need it or taking too much or not enough. It's kind of like I would equate it to thyroid medication. It's such a fucking guessing game.
Yeah.
Until you figure out the balance, until that balance changes, that it's just
throw yourself out of whack.
Fucking nuts. Man.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in like throwing myself out that much unless I'm already like out of whack or some shit.
Yeah, if I'm already jacked, okay, but I'm not. So I don't want to mess with it. Like, why bother? Why mess with what's good? You know what I'm saying? If you're fine, just eat better.
Yeah.
Train smarter.
I'll do that.
Sleep.
I'll take
more.
that route anyway.
Yeah.
But there's some people out there who's just like, yep, another steroid, let's do it. Like, stack it on. Like.
Or, Matt Serra's been on TRT since he retired. Have you ever hear him talk about it? He's hilarious. He's like, I'm on TRT because my wife's 10 years younger than me and I got 4 kids. That's why I'm on TRT. I go. I need the damn energy. Yeah. They're wild. I got to keep up with everybody.
He's like, I can't be sitting on the couch doing this. I saw him once in person. He's just like the shortest, stoutest, just fakest person.
I want him to be awesome, though. I've always liked him.
Seems super dope.
I want him to be as cool in person as he is on screen. I want him to be that human.
From what
I've always liked him.
Yeah, I've always liked him too. Yeah. And he was one of Henzo's original dudes.
He's an OG guy, man. Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu dude. And the people that you've seen be really successful in jiu-jitsu, he has a different body type, and so he does different things too. So
you want to get kind of against the grain a little bit and work for him.
Yeah. Basically, his MMA career was dope.
Oh yeah.
One of the OG pioneers as well.
Love to see that third Matt Hughes fight. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh well, ain't happening.
Maybe that's the thing. I don't even like seeing the Legends stuff anymore.
Legends League.
Calling back to Tito and Chuck when they did theirs, I was like, oh my god.
I still fully expect Bellator to have a full-on Legends League in the next 2 years.
I could see it happening.
Everyone TRT sponsored by TRT, man.
Yeah, dude. There's way too much money in that just to leave it on the table. I mean,
everyone just coming out with the underarm sticks. We're good. Oh yeah. Everybody be joining that.
That'd be nuts.
I'll fight Faber in the Legends League. Let's do it.
It'd be fun. Yeah, that was the last thing I saw. I was like, ugh. I haven't kept up with MMA recently in the past few years, really. But like,
I've been sort of dabbling in it, kind of on and off, because it's the only real sport that I watch is MMA and grappling anymore. Mm-hmm. And but I keep up with it. Just I like behind the scenes stuff. I'm always watching that. Mm-hmm. And I mean, there's really good fights coming up this weekend, and being that I go to a MMA gym, I happen to be around a lot of MMA people. Mm-hmm. Even though I'm just a dad, like a knowledgeable dad, like no, I'm nothing there, which is cool.
Under the radar.
Yeah. It's funny. I think I roll with a dude who's in the PFL.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he might be, or he was. He's a little bit older than me, but he's too fucking solid to just be a grappler.
Yeah.
You know how MMA people feel.
Yeah.
Like you grab a hold of him, and you're like,
thick.
Nah, you're too hard for this shit. Like, literally.
You take an impact.
Like that's what people say about my legs.
Yeah.
Like, why your legs do this? Why your feet so strong? You don't just grapple.
I use them.
I've used them for other things.
Yeah. It's like in the movies, you're like pretty handy with the blade, and like you're the next assassin or some shit. You see him like cutting away.
Chef.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Same thing.
It's the real life version of that kind of awesomeness.
Goofy.
That is one thing I do love about like grappling, especially, is you can't hide. Once you grab a hold of each other, all the truths come out. Everything becomes real.
You can't like articulate an energy, but you know exactly.
What you're feeling.
Shit.
You're like, oh,
like, let's roll light, ha ha ha, joke. Fucking on your back and choking in 2 seconds.
But like people's idea of light changes, like someone's body type, like. You're not recreational. This is. This
isn't a joke, or this is no longer a silly goose time. This is some shit.
This is a job today. Okay.
It's just like, this is self-defense. Like, I talk to people about that too. It's just like, this is self-defense.
But there's no conversation. It's just as soon as you start going, you start realizing things about each other, and then it sort of levels itself out in a very different spot than it started.
Yeah, like, and you can hear people talk about it, like, post-thing, you're like, I felt that he had this energy. It's like, all right, like, it's hard to articulate.
There's no, like, it's hard to find words to articulate it, but it's like, it's true.
Like, I know exactly what you're talking about if you experience it or whatever, so.
Yeah, like, you can talk with people that have experienced it and know it, and, like, we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And
like, people, even just like this past weekend, I had a couple people who just step out and compete for the first time, or in jiu-jitsu anyway, and I was
like, a different world.
Yeah, and I'm like, I could have told you this X, Y, and Z until I was blue in the face, but it wouldn't have meant shit until you got out there and like felt it until after that.
Yeah, you gotta go feel it. If I have to explain it to you, you're going to understand.
And they both have trained in other stuff, so they're like, totally, like they get it, so it's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, competition. Well, I guess that's today's topic then.
Mm-hmm.
I had another thing in mind, but we'll do that next time. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the Arnold this weekend, this will come out after the Arnold though too. So our follow-up will be after that.
Yeah.
But
and by then we'll see what's actually have happened with the Arnold, and like maybe we will have gone and had a great time, or this shutdown will happen further and everything's gonna suck.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends, man. So hopefully, we go, we have a good time, we get good deals, we learn cool stuff, and maybe have some ice cream because it's close to Jenny's.
It is.
And
I always go to North Market.
Yeah, I always go to North Market.
Oh God, I love it.
Dude, there's a Momo Gar at North Market now.
Yeah, I've been over there.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you told me about that.
Yep. That's when I went over there and got that, and what did I get? A bubble tea, I think. So good.
That's one weird Chinese thing I don't do. Bubble tea, never liked it.
I can't do it. I couldn't do it like multiple. It's like once a year, like when I go and do that. It's like for that. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not into bubble tea.
It's not like my go-to thing at all. I like once, twice a year maybe.
Yeah,
I don't like the things.
I don't know what I'm going to get at North Market. I don't know if I'm going for dumplings or I'm going for my usual Polish. Or look around, look at some new stuff. I don't know.
The waffles. I mean, you pick up the waffles.
Thinking about the waffles, but the Polish food, like
the Polish is good.
Yeah, that guy. That's my. Depending on how much, I might go for dinner.
Yeah.
Like for lunch, I'm probably gonna go lighter.
Yeah.
But I might go after everything's over just to hang out.
Just to kind
get
of
that.
clean up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I want to be weighed down.
Yeah, you definitely like. Last time I went, I think I had hot chicken takeover, which was.
Ooh, I've never tried those.
Oh, dude, yeah,
it's good.
It's good.
I like hot chicken, man.
Yep. Yeah, you'll like it. Cool. Good sweet tea too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like a nice sweet tea. Wow,
yeah, this is kicking.
It's all right, man. It's just a straight up coffee.
Yep.
Do you want to try the other one?
Sure.
All right, cool. You go cue it up.
Cool.
Oh. I'm gonna pause. Maybe. We are back.
We live.
Mm-hmm. Live again. Okay, now we are into the medium roast. What we had was the dark roast. And now this is the medium roast, but with less water. I just give like a half cup action.
Yep.
Better that time, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's the Maxim like baseline. When you have like one of the latte ones or whatever, you have like the baseline.
This is definitely the baseline. Yeah, there's no extra things.
Yeah, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. But I guess like this could be used for the same purpose we'd use the Cafe Bustelo for, as I would put Cafe Bustelo in my Maxim to kind of tone it down a little bit, make it a little more coffee.
Yeah. This
is like that.
Yeah,
I would use that straight. To like, I would mix it with the other things to make it a little stronger coffee flavor.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yep.
Very nice.
I like it. Good job, Maxim.
Yes. I'm grateful for your existence. Thank you.
You saved me in a few situations, you know? So what do we got coming up on the coffee regular spectrum, dog?
On the spectrum, I have applied for inclusion in the Coffee Fest.
Tight.
Told them our idea, what we wanted to do.
Yep.
And so it's up to them to, if they're benevolent and welcome us.
Right.
I gave them some options on ways to get us in, which is cool.
Dope.
So we'll see how that plays out. You're working on some merchandise, yes?
Yep, trying to get some like mugs kicking, stuff like that, so that'll be up and running here shortly.
Our Patreon is basically up. Yep. I just need to kind of perfect it. But yeah, I'll post a link. Those links are going to start popping up now. If you go into our YouTube or on our Podbean, and I'll pop it on the Facebook. But the Patreon link is going to be included in that link string now.
Yeah.
So go to Patreon and drop us some cash so we can order things.
Yes.
But no.
Soon that's going to be like where we start to put like technique videos, like recipe stuff. Like it's going to be a lot of value in it. So.
We're going to start working that out, what the tiers are going to be, how that's going to play out.
Yeah.
But initially, we need to hit some money goals so that we can get a P.O. box and fund the merchandise thing.
Yeah, it's like not like huge expenses up front by any means, but like
but they are recurring expenses.
Yeah.
And if they can be covered by that's a good start.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But then the Coffee Fest. When was Coffee Fest?
September, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in September, so
got a lot,
we were a big hit. They knew who we were.
They're like, oh, you're the podcast guys. We're like,
if we get the Patreon bumping for whatever costs that has to incur, that'd be good too.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna hopefully have a noticeable presence there.
Yeah, that'd be fun too.
Yeah,
it's just super fun to walk around.
It was a great day, man.
Just to kind of like learn about the coffee community.
Yeah,
of Columbus, really. Like, there's gonna be a lot of opportunities. Like, probably the next couple months, we can reach out to companies to talk to and all that stuff. So it's so much cool stuff that comes out of it. It's starting to roll, man. Like we're making more friends. We're getting more, things are happening. Yeah. So, but it's coming.
It's coming along.
Yeah, and I have some interesting ideas with stuff. So
yeah, we're gonna
stay tuned.
We're bouncing that around off air, all the rest of the stuff. But that's where we're progressing right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go and compete in Detroit as long as my neck holds up and things. Like,
keep working on it. Hey, how's your neck pillow?
Pretty good. It's my shoulder, really. It's like my scalp on this side and like everything.
That's usually neck, though.
Yeah. But, it's more so like localized. It's like been traveling a little bit, so it's kind of interesting.
I'll check you out.
Yeah. But as long as that all holds up, it's fine. It's been better, so.
Yeah. My rib is basically healed. As good as it's going to be.
Yeah. Still want to compete anytime?
The idea's in my head, man.
Yeah.
Here and there, but it's I guess I'm on the fence. if the opportunity does present itself, it's so hard for me to juggle. I got so many other responsibilities. Like it's like to take a weekend off and go compete is actually a fairly difficult thing for me to do.
Well, even just like the interruption of the schedule.
Yeah,
just the interruption of that
is. I'm a pretty essential part of my household. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of behind the scenes things that I do that no one else does.
Yeah, that matter a lot.
Yeah, that will impact everybody's life.
Functionality.
And even if I take a few days off from it, it's still there. But yeah, I'm in shape. I'm feeling good. Yeah. My technique's good. My technique's on point. I know how to compete.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like my approach to it is like, no one's up my ass to do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
So
that's the thing. I want to naturally. Like I had to get it back to want to naturally. Mm-hmm. So that point's there. So that's great.
I think I'm nearly there. It's just if I can commit to a schedule of it and make something of it.
Yeah. Or
just do another one-off just to see. Like last time years ago when I did that one-off, just
see what's up.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Felt okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, got out of what I wanted to get out of it.
By no means the end of the world.
Yeah, no, and then now I'll be like, I want to upgrade to, fight to win this time, not just to, see if it's still in my head. Yeah.
Come back to Columbus, please.
Yeah, fight to win, please come back.
Please.
Yeah. That would be sweet.
That's just the best.
And bring some judo, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's honestly, I think
the best judo rule set there is.
There are a lot of really good judo players around, like around Columbus.
Just the OSU judo club is where most of those people come from.
Ohio is such a grappling hotbed that's like so underrated.
It's such a martial arts hotbed.
Yeah.
Like there's so many good just strikers and grapplers just running around all over the place in Columbus.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It just, I don't know, it gets like overshadowed. It gets overshadowed by, Iowa wrestling, Pennsylvania wrestling. We're fucking there. Like,
it's football,
it's the toughest thing.
OSU football overshadows everything. It sucks. Yeah, because the wrestling's top notch.
The judo's top notch. Talking about basically just like sports ball makes people, or just the type of attitudes that it can
we were talking about that, about the culture of sports ball and just how it's too competitive.
Yeah, it's just like it's weird to me.
Yeah, there's no way to train it.
Yeah,
it's either you compete, either you're playing games or you're not playing at all.
Yeah,
which is
I don't understand. Like jiu-jitsu, you can make natural attributes or things that work against you work for you. If you're out there and you're 4'8" and you weigh 100 pounds, football is probably not your fucking sport.
But jiu-jitsu can.
Yeah, you can make jiu-jitsu
it's
into
very
your
much can be molded to you.
And at the same time, that same 300-pound linebacker could also do jiu-jitsu
and mold it to him and get beat by the 100-pound dude.
Yeah, exactly. So
so it's a weird it evens the playing field if you're creative enough and open-minded enough to find the even.
Yeah.
But also you don't have to compete.
Yeah.
You just show up and train.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just show up to class.
I would football if I just had to like practice football, like never competed, or even if it were a different world that I like to.
It's not structured that way though,
right?
Because it could be.
Right.
There's an opportunity to have any ball sport be structured in a way that it's a class that you show up to and you work on stuff. Mm-hmm. It's very easy to do.
Yeah.
But the culture won't allow it.
Right. Yeah. Like God, just do whatever the fuck you want. Like
you could totally just have and just focus on fundamentals, just the same way you do in martial arts.
Mm-hmm. But a different scope to do it through.
It's the exact same format. You could do it in ball sports very easily and would build much better athletes and have a much, much larger retention, and then of having a much bigger pool to choose from of higher level ability, of people with higher level ability, because if you take the competition out of it and everyone just shows up to train on a consistent basis like that, their technique gets better, everything just improves.
Yeah.
And then you don't get that weeding out process of the kids who get it right away or are favored by the coach become the stars and everyone else is sit on the bench and it's an honor to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
You don't get that
just
bullshit.
Like weird shit.
Yeah, you don't get that dumb shit. But the culture won't allow it.
Yeah.
Whereas martial arts embraced that because it's, not a thing you do in school. Because wrestling lost it. Because it was a school sport.
Right.
And so it had to revolve around competing.
Still something about
and the upside of wrestling sort of going away from schools and being dropped kind of sucked, but it brought the club back.
Yeah.
And then you had seasons in the wrestling club, but you also had the opportunity to just be in the damn club.
Be in the club, yeah. That's
just
true.
Just go and train. There are plenty of people in the wrestling club that do not compete.
Right. There's their drill,
and they don't have to make the team. They don't have to do the thing.
But also have the opportunities to compete and do.
But the opportunity is 100% there.
Do it if you want.
So
which
that's ideally how every sport should be.
Yeah.
Because then you'd get the maximum number of people being able to participate, and they would get a positive experience out of it.
Yeah.
And then the people who wanted to do more with it can do more with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like coming up, like I wasn't mentally there, like competition-wise with wrestling, but technically there, I was like sucking everything in. Like I was trying to suck in as much detail and as much like everything as I could, and that paid dividends in jiu-jitsu. And like, I didn't. And it's almost like, because like I adored wrestling, but I kind of stepped away to do jiu-jitsu and kickboxing and stuff. But like I took that initial kind of obsession into it, or like the initial just like I want to just know stuff about this.
Yeah, and if you have the opportunity to just know stuff, whereas you don't have to compete, it is your choice to, and if you choose not to, you are not frowned upon or
belittled in any way. Like the transition is
that's a cool thing.
With the jiu-jitsu too is like I still got to work on the things that I really liked to do on top of learning other cool things and adding on, but like I didn't have like a season schedule to compete under, again, it's just available. It's available when I wanted it. So.
It's available if it's there, and that's a double-edged sword. It's once you choose to make it available. I mean, I fell down the rabbit hole. I got sucked into that shit.
I've fallen down both rabbit holes. Like
kind of been stuck.
Going, been in there, but then I've also been like, take time off. I'm
kind of there now too. I'm in the I don't really give a shit about
jiu-jitsu is nice because it's not like you have like a expiration date like you do in other sports.
No, the expiration date is almost non-existent.
Yeah, like 40-year-olds, and there's no like 40-year-old walking on an NFL team and going to play ball.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet,
I don't know.
But
they got TRT in the league
and have like a serious run and do things. But
but I mean, but once again, I feel like from a competition standpoint, it's a sport that learned from other sports and made a serious league out of masters. Split masters up into 5-year increments and let the badasses go. Like the motherfuckers that are 31 and can still win world championships below that age, but now they got a route where they can be like, oh, all right, everyone else is my age. Then you can still get great matches. And so like they really have perfected that idea.
And so with jiu-jitsu, like arguably like just because it's so competitive in like say like adult divisions, once you get into masters and stuff, like the people that didn't have the chances to like kick off and like the adult, like they might fucking kill in masters and whatnot.
Because like if they weren't black belts when they were 22 or something.
Exactly. Just timeline differences or just circumstantial differences, whatever. Like
they still get that chance to I don't know, be a star or compete at their highest ability. And have it be real. Not have it be a joke. And it's still real and it's competitive and it's entertaining.
And then like it gives them the opportunity to like season themselves and like turn into like and they have the time to like mature into the athlete that they can be, Whereas like high school, college wrestling, you get 8 years really like
and you're done
competitively that way unless you're going international and you're good enough to do that.
But even then, it narrows it down so much.
So like even an Olympic time trials, it puts you on a weird schedule. It puts you on a weird crunch.
You got to be born at the right time. Good luck.
And like you miss up one thing, you're done for another 2 to 4 years. Like depending on what you're doing. Like
it's nuts, man. But jiu-jitsu, it's sort of always there.
You can always have it be.
There's a format for you. There's a way to.
And that was the thing. It was like that was part of the anxiety with it. It was like, well, I don't want to compete now. I will. I'll get there, but I'm gonna fucking chew on this shit and like make it so I can't fuck it up. So. I don't know, there's interesting like aspects. So like it's nice, but then jiu-jitsu, like you also have like so many like ex-football players, ex-lacrosse, so many like ex-athletes coming into who have experienced that and who are might be being black belts and leading people and doing this, so like they change it into what it hopefully should be, or at least a semi-better version. So
athletically, it is a nice outlet. I can't do the things I used to be able to do as an athlete. And I kind of turned myself into a pretty sick athlete at one point. I can do some cool shit, but I don't have the body for that anymore.
Yeah.
I know I could do that, but I know what falls off when I do.
Yeah, the after effect.
So now I have jiu-jitsu of where I can push really hard and learn new things and do cool things, and emotionally it fills the gap.
Yeah.
It fulfills that need where I can still feel like me.
Yeah.
I can still have that obsession and still have the progression of that without all the injuries and the pain and the obvious sort of downtick of something like Taekwondo, at least the way I did it. It was athletically dependent. Mm-hmm. Your better athletes were winning. That's why I trained so fucking hard to try to keep up with those guys. Mm-hmm. And I got to that level, but I had to kill myself to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas in jiu-jitsu, it's so much more technique dependent. Whereas, I mean, everything's technique dependent.
Yeah.
You know, and if you find your style and a really great technique, you can be great. But, you know, something like Taekwondo lends itself to the athlete. Mm-hmm. It really does.
And
whereas jiu-jitsu doesn't as much.
And even just like MMA lends itself to the athlete.
It does now.
More,
It does now.
Than it used to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu still and don't get me wrong, like jiu-jitsu lends itself to the athlete too. If you have the abilities to do those things, they're a fucking handful. It's not like some Miyagi shit. Like,
no, it's not magic.
But
no, if you're a great athlete, you can use that athleticism.
Right.
But technique is still the top of the line.
Yes.
That's technique
still the thing.
And strategy.
Placement and just, there's so many things that...
I consider placement to be part of technique.
Yeah.
It's like a subcategory.
Every part of it is, but I just consider like certain like connection even, like... Mm-hmm. And just experience with those things, time in with those things.
To understand it.
Yeah.
I was reading a John Danaher post about breaking guard. And he's like, it's the first thing you'll learn and the last thing you'll master. Mm-hmm. And that summed it up nice. Yeah, but he's like, breaking guard is like a specific technique that just takes forever to figure the fuck out.
And it sucks every single time along the way.
It's hard. Yeah, I suck at it. But he's like, first thing you'll learn is the last thing you'll master. It's always going to be there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true. It's absolutely.
Yeah.
And that concept is what made jiu-jitsu kind of notable, right? Mm-hmm. You look at like early jiu-jitsu t-shirts, it's two dudes in a guard, like doing the guard and like dealing.
Oh yeah, the guard was sort of Brazilian jiu-jitsu's contribution to grappling.
So,
but I also think the technique aspect of it, especially with like in the States with the old Gracie Challenge, they were blatant as fuck about that.
Yeah,
this guy's been training for 6 months. You're a black belt. Go. Dude's been training 6 months. Wins. Like. Technique, fools. Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just think of like the shock that had on like the martial arts world. Everyone was probably just like, oh,
I remember the shock that it had.
Yeah.
Because the ego outpour of it initially was, I mean, I was part of it. I was like,
I feel like it's still something about grappling and jiu-jitsu that people still are turning on to and still have a stink about. Like,
because they can't believe that it's real.
I know.
That's ball sports culture, man.
Yeah.
The big, strong, loud dude's supposed to be the best.
Yeah.
And when that dude gets crushed by the little guy in the gi, and like, not just like, oh, I tap, but like, I'm going to break your arm and choke you unconscious kind of crushed.
Yeah.
Like, people don't know how to handle that. No. Still, they don't.
Well, even just like in the self-defense community, like I get to peer into that aspect as well and see like how that plays out, because
I find it funny that any kind of grappling gets shit in the self-defense community.
Oh my god, so much shit.
Because, like, I've been around for a lot of that evolution.
Yeah.
I started in the bullshit days of where kick the knife out of the hand, which I never wanted to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not going to kick. You have shoes on. It's still going to stab me in the foot. Having that argument with people all the way to now where we're like, 2-on-1, tap the wrist, guacs up.
You've done
I know that.
Yeah.
So I've sort of been around for that whole evolution, and I can't believe that. Like, it's completely crazy to me that any kind of grappling would get shit.
Yeah, and that's Like,
it's the most. It's
fucking insane. Like,
it's the most reliable thing you can do.
Yeah.
It takes away the least amount of options.
Yeah.
It's
just human fucking nature in that way too, and just in terms of grabbing and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like this is grappling. Like as soon as you connect, grappling.
Yeah. But it reduces the options down so much, which is that of the essence of self-defense. Take away as much surprise as you can.
Yeah. It's funny to see, like, to know how people talked about grappling grappling, say, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, then to
versus now. How much has that changed?
Now they're fucking like, I have a gi on every day. It's like, just I can bring up posts of you talking shit about how
10 years ago,
work.
you were making fun of that jacket.
Like, I'm glad that everyone's coming around to it and like doing this stuff. But I used to get made fun of for talking about doing this stuff, and it's
I used to get made fun of a lot too. I remember one time I was having a discussion. This is so funny, at this place I worked in college. Bunch of goddamn fitness majors, ex-phys, nutrition. Like you had to be like that type of science major to be in work at this place. Mm-hmm. And someone was talking about if someone held a gun to you. I'm like, how close are they? They're like, right up to you. I'm like, oh, that's perfect because I got to beat your hand, not the bullet. Mm-hmm. They're like, you're crazy. You can't move faster than a bullet. I'm like, I don't have to move faster than a bullet. I have to move faster than you can squeeze a trigger.
Yeah, guns only work in a very small
area. There's a real small range here. If I get out of the way and you shoot, you're not shooting anything. And like, I had an argument with this person, and I realized that like, I can't convince them that this is a real thing.
That's also the funny part is like trying to get how quickly people are like, fuck it, nah, like nah.
You're imagining shit.
Yeah, like, it's like, nah, dude. Like, I play with this shit.
Like, I've had a gun pointed at me and moved that shit out of the way before.
I've done stuff. Like,
damn. I mean, I grew up around a lot of guns. Like, where in Pennsylvania where I grew up, everyone had a fucking gun. I know how to build rifles.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Yeah. Like, these are things that we've thought about. Right. We didn't, like, point them at each other or play with them or anything, but, like, once you understand the mechanics of a machine...
You're good.
And, like, how that machine works... You're good. Then, you're good. Yeah. You're fine. That's
why I don't understand. Like, just in a different term, like some people are like, oh, I can do self-defense. Or it's like I'm afraid of guns and this and that. I'm like, it's a machine sitting on a table. Like it's just like this recording machine sitting on a table. Until I pick it up, if I beat your head in with the recording machine, it's a problem. But like, it's just a machine.
Yeah. But I mean, yes, it's dangerous and scary. And if you don't want to mess with it, don't. Yeah. But also, don't doubt the people that do mess with it. Yeah. Have like an actual understanding.
Yeah. There's
that's kind of anything.
Do it and dabble with it and understand it and and play devil's advocate and did the homework with it.
Yeah, like I'm not arguing with a physicist about physics.
Fuck no.
No, it knows some shit.
Teach me some stuff. It's an interesting market for sure.
Yeah.
Martial arts, self-defense, that umbrella is funny.
Yeah, and then the tournament game, how that plays into it. Mm-hmm. How people are too locked into the tournament game of it. Always works. The tournament thing always...
Well, you see a lot of like self-defense dudes who like would never touch a jiu-jitsu competition, but they're all about like stress inoculation and like all this like... Well, it's like, that's pretty fucking stressful.
That's pretty goddamn stressful, man. Yeah,
see how you do.
It works.
It's just kind of funny. And there's some people that love it and jump into it and like fuck yeah, like grappling,
But there is less of the pushback now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A lot less of the pushback.
Yeah, there used to be like grappling.
It was just blow you off for grappling or from the whole stress inoculation thing. I always used to say that about Taekwondo tournaments. So this is the best training for actual fighting I can do. Mm-hmm. And people be like, oh, because people are hitting you. I'm like, no. Because they want to kill me.
Yeah. They're coming after me and not stopping.
No one's holding anything back. And even if it's within a certain rule set, it's still real. Mm-hmm. It still hurts. Yeah. I've had plenty of things broken and ripped off and I've been knocked out fucking cold. Mm-hmm. As close as I'm going to get to death without dying. So there's a certain level of inoculation and I'm now comfortable being uncomfortable. Consequences. Realizing.
On top of that too, but just like someone looking in on the outside, it's like, well, I could never do that. It's like, well, if you trained it, you'd be fine with it. Yeah,
you could totally do it. You just got to start somewhere and build.
Yeah. And that's why you're here. So.
Start slow, move forward. You get it.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Yeah. It's a long one.
Right.
We kind of took that pause and then we restarted.
We do whatever.
We're doing another one, but no.
All right, y'all.
So the tournament game, hopefully the Arnold goes off well.
Yeah.
And
pre-Arnold, and we'll see what happens. We'll update you, see what's up.
Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah, peace in, y'all.
Keep your coffee regular.